Did you watch Patty Pimblett, Tony Ferguson?
I did.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Tough.
No win situation for Patty. I thought you handled it great.
Yeah, he did.
Again, remember,
Got
Patty
tired.
was Ian Gary
He got tired.
before Ian Gary.
Yeah.
Because Patty was so hated. He was beloved, just like Ian. Got all the hate after that Jared Gordon fight. Thought he thought he won, asking for a bonus and Barstool and all that. People hated him.
Yep.
And then next wave comes along. Now it's Ian Gary. So Patty, what happened? Long layoff. Took a year off. Hasn't fought since last year, December.
Well, he got gassed.
Takes a year. He always does.
Yeah.
But takes a year off. We forget about it. You see him like, I like this guy. Wins the fight. He's humble about it. Tony's a warrior. Perfect.
Yep.
Now we're back on the Patty train. That's how this goes.
Yep.
What do you think is next for Tony, though?
The thing, and I know Brian's say retire. Everyone's here to say retire. We want to see him stop. Here's my problem when people say this that have never fought, have never competed at a high level. When you say stop, when you say this guy needs to retire, Dana needs to cut this guy. Okay, are you going to pay his bills? Who's paying his mortgage in here? Who's paying his car?
That's not a good argument.
It is, though.
It's a terrible argument.
Who's feeding his kids?
Terrible argument, Bubba.
All right, no, it's not a terrible.
I mean, I understand what you're saying.
Let me ask
but
you
it's
this.
not a
Let me
good
ask you.
argument.
Yes, it is. It's no different.
There's a reason you have a commission that says you're not.
Forget
ready to
commission.
fight.
They just sanction. They just sanction slap.
I would say.
Commission's
yes,
a horrible
but when
argument.
you're talking about brain damage on that level, to me, I'm like, I don't. It's not. A fighter will die in that ring. You
Correct.
could let fighters fight. There are fighters that would fight until they were 60. That is not the criteria, and that is not who makes the call. You have a medical establishment. You have a
Who is that,
commission.
Brian? Who is that?
You have.
Who is it?
Well, in boxing, you have it. You can't get cleared for certain things. You can't.
But in the UFC, who is it? It's the commission that
Well,
just
there should
sanctions
be.
slap fighting.
There should be.
But there's not. So
I understand.
your argument's out.
It's not out.
It is.
My
You're
argument
saying
is,
there should be.
My argument is
they should
when
also
you
be
see
paid
a guy
more.
like that.
But they should be paid
We all
more.
know that he had a storied, amazing career. I don't think it serves the sport. It definitely doesn't serve him or any other future fighters when we just keep watching somebody take more and more damage, because what happens is now it's spectacle, not sport.
B, we all agree with this.
Yeah.
He should stop fighting.
Yeah.
My answer for you, how's he going to make money?
Well, you could ask
Go.
that question about anybody, right? I mean, how is he going to make money? I mean, you could say that about a lot of people. You can't say,
Professional
well, the
athletes.
only way he's going to make money is that. You could say that about a lot of football players that retire, right? I mean,
Here's the difference. Terrible argument. Football, they split the revenue 50-50. UFC splits it 14%.
But that's fighting.
So they're not paid.
But it's not. But see, it's fighting. I could have said that to any. I could say that about any fighter. Literally, I could say that about 90% of the fighters in the UFC. What are they going to do now? I can promise
Which you should.
Yeah.
This is the problem.
Right. So
they should be
get
compensated.
So then let's talk about a pension plan. Let's talk about things like that.
Tony doesn't have that right now.
I
So
understand.
when everybody in here says has to stop fighting, my question is, how is he going to pay his mortgage?
But that's not.
I'm saying he should stop fighting.
That's a good argument.
We don't know his financials.
Right.
I know he has a family. I know he has a mortgage. I know he has car payments. I know he has to feed the kids. I know he has to pay for their school. So it's easy for us in here to go, stop fighting.
I'm going to tell you this. You could say that about him at any time, at any point, right? So he could have 4 more fights. He's still going to have that question. And my feeling is that he's going to be able to answer that question, and he'll have a life after fighting. The sooner he stops, if he keeps going, he may be eaten out of a straw, and then he really has no future. So that's my issue, is that when you see somebody taking the kind of damage that people have taken, you have to think about their future. And so with the same argument, I say
Fighters don't think about their future.
yeah, but we have to. The audience, the people that watch it, the people that watch
I know,
it,
but they're not. You don't have to cover his nut.
then
That's the
call
problem.
for
Pay.
yes,
And that's what
pension
and
a future.
and that's what they're fighting for.
Yes.
So at Tony's level, you're talking about one of the best 155ers of all time.
Yep. Yeah.
In any other sport, he can retire comfortably and right off.
That's my biggest problem with the fucking
The only
sport.
reason he's fighting
Yeah.
is because he has a family and a nut.
Yep.
And people go, you got to retire, move on. Cool. Do you have a job for him?
You're right.
Who has the job for him so he can cover his food for his kids?
And
Otherwise, if I'm Tony, or if I didn't have what I'm doing, I'm taking that bare knuckle.
100%, 100%.
So UFC
you are.
doesn't have like a pension like the NFL
They
does?
have nothing. And that's why there's this
and I'm
huge
talking about
lawsuit.
legends who are broke, man. Legends who have, they can't even
get done.
afford
They
a
have
hip
nothing.
replacement.
They have nothing. So for a guy like Tony, again, we can all say he needs to stop. Tony's like, where am I going to make $100K? What job do you want me to do to make it? My nut every month? I have to make $10,000.
Yeah.
Oh, good, but go work at the UFC gym. I make $30,000 a year doing. I can't afford my life. What am I going to do? But you need to stop. Okay, or I can just take some, and it sucks, but this is what it is. Or I can just take a fight. I'll be a huge underdog. I'll get fucked up, but I feed my family and my kids.
100%. 100%. And you're right. We need it. There has to be some kind of a fucking, some kind of a pension or something. When you fought that long, when you fought that fucking long and left that much of literally that much of your body in the ring, and they leave their body in the fucking ring. They leave their brains in the ring, and that's it. See you. Thanks a lot. Like, sail off into the sunset with nothing, dude. You know, I don't. Do we all want to? Does everybody want to watch a fight, like a sport like that? Does it make you feel good?
Nobody cares.
I do.
Yeah, but you still watch it.